Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're watching this video, chances are you're feeling overwhelmed by the amount of stuff in your home, and you're looking for practical ways to regain control and find peace in your living space. Today, I'm sharing 10 powerful decluttering habits specifically designed for those of us over 60 that have completely transformed my relationship with my belongings and brought genuine tranquility back into my daily life. Before we dive in, I want you to know that this isn't about perfection or creating a magazine-worthy home. This is about creating a space that serves you, supports your well-being, and allows you to focus on what truly matters in this beautiful stage of life. These habits took me years to develop and refine, and I'm excited to share them with you so you can start implementing them right away. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you find value in today's content. Let's get started. Habit #1: the daily 15-minute reset. The first habit that completely changed my relationship with clutter is what I call the daily 15-minute reset. This isn't about deep cleaning or major organizing projects. Instead, it's about dedicating just 15 minutes each day to returning your home to a baseline state of order. The beauty of this habit lies in its simplicity and sustainability. At our age, we don't need to exhaust ourselves with hours of cleaning. 15 minutes is manageable, even on days when energy is lower or mobility is limited. The key is consistency, not intensity. Here's how to implement this habit effectively. Choose the same time each day for your reset. Many people find success doing this right after breakfast or before settling in for the evening. Set a timer for exactly 15 minutes and focus on high-impact areas that affect your daily comfort. Start with surfaces that you use regularly. Clear your kitchen counters, make your bed if you haven't already, put away items that have wandered from their designated homes, and do a quick sweep of your main living areas. The goal isn't perfection, but progress. What makes this habit so powerful for seniors is that it prevents the accumulation of clutter that can quickly become overwhelming. When we let things pile up for days or weeks, the task becomes daunting and we're more likely to avoid it altogether. By addressing disorder daily, we maintain a sense of control and accomplishment. I found that this habit also creates a positive ripple effect throughout the day. Starting with an organized environment sets a peaceful tone and makes it easier to find things when you need them. This reduces stress and frustration, which are common triggers for feeling overwhelmed by our possessions. The psychological benefits are remarkable. There's something deeply satisfying about ending each day knowing your space is ready for tomorrow. It eliminates that nagging feeling of having unfinished business hanging over your head. Habit #2: the one-touch rule for mail and papers. Paper clutter is one of the biggest challenges seniors face, especially as we tend to receive more medical documents, insurance papers, and important correspondence. The one-touch rule has been a game changer for managing this constant influx of paper. The rule is simple: handle each piece of paper only once. When you bring in the mail or receive a document, make an immediate decision about what to do with it. You have 4 options: act on it immediately, file it, delegate it to someone else, or throw it away. This habit requires setting up simple systems that support quick decision-making. Create designated spots for different types of papers. I use a small desktop organizer with sections labeled Action Required, To File, and Waiting for Response. Important documents that need filing go directly to a simple hanging file system organized by category. The key is to resist the temptation to create a deal with later pile. These piles inevitably grow into overwhelming mountains of paper that become increasingly difficult to tackle. By handling papers immediately, you prevent this accumulation and maintain control over your paperwork. For seniors dealing with increased medical documentation, this habit is particularly valuable. Create a dedicated space for medical papers and handle them according to the one-touch rule. Appointment reminders go on the calendar immediately, insurance forms are filed right away, and outdated information is discarded without delay. This habit also extends to digital papers and emails. Apply the same principle to your inbox. Read, respond, file, or delete immediately rather than letting emails accumulate. This prevents digital clutters from adding to your stress levels. The peace of mind that comes from staying on top of paperwork cannot be overstated. When you know where important documents are and that you haven't let anything slip through the cracks, you can relax and focus on more enjoyable activities. Habit #3: the seasonal clothing rotation system. As we age, our clothing needs often change, but we may still hold on to garments from different life phases. The seasonal clothing rotation system helps maintain an organized wardrobe while ensuring you only have accessible clothing that you actually wear and that fits your current lifestyle. This system involves keeping only the current season's clothing easily accessible while storing off-season items in less convenient locations. The key is to use each seasonal transition as an opportunity to evaluate what you actually wear and what no longer serves you. At the beginning of each season, bring out appropriate clothing and put away items you won't need for several months. As you handle each piece, ask yourself honest questions. Did I wear this last season? Does it still fit comfortably? Does it suit my current lifestyle and needs? This habit is particularly beneficial for seniors because it reduces decision fatigue. When your closet contains only seasonally appropriate clothing that fits and makes you feel good, getting dressed becomes simpler and more pleasant. You're not confronted with clothes that make you feel frustrated or remind you of different times in your life. The physical benefits are significant too. A less crowded closet is easier to navigate, especially if mobility is a concern. You can see your options clearly and access what you need without struggling through packed racks or drawers. Use this system as an opportunity to donate items that no longer serve you. Many seniors find great satisfaction in knowing their unused clothing is benefiting others. This adds a positive dimension to the decluttering process and makes it easier to let go of items with sentimental value. Consider your current activities and social obligations when curating your seasonal wardrobe. You may find you need fewer formal clothes than in your working years, but more comfortable, casual options. Embrace this shift and let your wardrobe reflect your current reality rather than past versions of yourself. Habit #4: the photo memory consolidation method. Photographs often represent the most challenging category of possessions to declutter, especially for those of us who have accumulated decades of memories. The photo memory consolidation method provides a gentle, systematic approach to organizing and preserving your most treasured photographic memories while reducing overwhelming volumes. Start by gathering all physical photographs from various locations throughout your home. Don't try to sort everything at once. Instead, work with one container or album at a time, dedicating perhaps 30 minutes per session to avoid fatigue and emotional overwhelm. Create 3 categories: definitely keep, maybe keep, and let go. Be selective about what goes in the definitely keep pile. Choose photos that truly capture important memories, show clear faces, and represent meaningful moments or relationships. Blurry, duplicate, or poor quality photos that don't serve a specific memory purpose can generally be released. The maybe keep category requires more careful consideration. These might include photos that have some significance but aren't essential. Give yourself permission to be choosy. Ask yourself whether each photo adds unique value to your collection or simply duplicates other images. For photos in the let go category, consider offering them to family members who might treasure them. Sometimes images that don't resonate with us hold special meaning for others. This transforms decluttering into an act of generosity rather than loss. Once you've curated your photo collection, organize the keepers in a simple, sustainable system. Photo albums with clear pages work well for many seniors because they protect images while keeping them visible and accessible. Label albums clearly with dates or events to make browsing enjoyable. Consider digitizing your most precious photographs as a backup and to make sharing with family easier. Many local services offer photo scanning, or you might enlist the help of tech-savvy family members. Digital copies also allow you to create smaller physical collections focused on your absolute favorites. This process often becomes a journey through your life's highlights. Take time to appreciate the memories as you sort, but don't let nostalgia prevent you from making practical decisions about what to keep in your current living space. Habit #5. The kitchen counter clear zone policy. The kitchen often becomes a catch-all space for mail, keys, medications, and miscellaneous items, creating visual chaos and making meal preparation more difficult. The kitchen counter clear zone policy establishes specific areas that remain clear at all times, creating a sense of order and making your kitchen more functional. Designate your main food preparation areas as permanent clear zones. These counters should never be used for storage of non-cooking items. This policy ensures you always have clean, available space for meal preparation without having to move items around first. Create designated homes for items that typically end up on counters. Install a small basket near the entrance for keys and sunglasses. Set up a mail sorting station in another area of the home. Find appropriate storage for medications that doesn't involve counter space. Small appliances deserve special attention in this system. Be honest about which appliances you use regularly versus those that simply take up space. If you haven't used an appliance in the past month, consider storing it in a cabinet, or if you rarely use it, donating it to free up valuable counter real estate. The visual impact of clear counters cannot be overstated. A clutter-free kitchen immediately feels more peaceful and welcoming. This environment encourages home cooking and makes the space more enjoyable to spend time in, which is particularly important as we age and may spend more time at home. This habit also supports safety in the kitchen. Clear pathways and uncluttered surfaces reduce the risk of accidents and make it easier to navigate the space, especially important for seniors who may have mobility or vision concerns. Implement this policy gradually if your counters are currently heavily cluttered. Start with clearing just one section and maintaining it for a week before expanding to other areas. This approach prevents overwhelm and allows you to develop sustainable habits progressively. Habit #6. The bathroom cabinet monthly purge. Bathroom cabinets and drawers tend to accumulate expired medications, old cosmetics, and products we no longer use, creating both clutter and potential health hazards. The bathroom cabinet monthly purge ensures your bathroom storage remains safe, organized, and contains only items you actually use. Schedule this purge for the same date each month, perhaps coinciding with paying monthly bills or another regular routine. This consistency ensures the task doesn't get forgotten and prevents accumulation from becoming overwhelming. Start by removing everything from one cabinet or drawer at a time. Check expiration dates on all medications, both prescription and over-the-counter. Expired medications should be disposed of properly through pharmacy take-back programs or special community disposal events, never flushed or thrown in regular trash. Examine cosmetics and personal care products for changes in smell, texture, or color that indicate they've gone bad. Most cosmetics have shorter lifespans than people realize, and using expired products can cause skin irritation or infections. Be honest about products you haven't used in the past 3 months. If you haven't reached for something in that time, you're unlikely to use it in the future. This includes duplicate items, products that didn't work well for you, and gifts that don't suit your preferences. Organize remaining items by frequency of use. Daily medications and products should be easily accessible, while occasional use items can be stored in less convenient locations. Use small containers or drawer dividers to keep similar items grouped together. This monthly ritual creates a sense of freshness and control in a space you use multiple times daily. A well-organized bathroom cabinet makes your daily routine smoother and more pleasant, contributing to an overall sense of well-being. The safety aspect of this habit is particularly important for seniors. Expired medications can be ineffective or even harmful, and cluttered medicine cabinets increase the risk of taking the wrong medication, especially in low-light conditions or when you're not feeling well. Habit #7. The book and magazine release system. Books and magazines can quickly multiply and consume significant space in our homes. The book and magazine release system provides a thoughtful approach to maintaining a curated collection that brings joy without overwhelming your living space. For books, implement a simple evaluation process. Ask yourself 3 questions about each book. Will I realistically read this again? Does this book contain information I might need to reference? Does keeping this book bring me genuine joy or serve a specific purpose in my current life? Books that don't meet at least one of these criteria can generally be released. Consider donating to local libraries, community centers, or senior centers where others can enjoy them. Some organizations specifically seek book donations for programs serving seniors or literacy initiatives. Create a designated space for books you're keeping and stick to that boundary. When the space is full, new books should trigger the removal of others to maintain balance. This prevents gradual accumulation that can eventually become overwhelming. For magazines, implement a strict rotation system. Keep only the current issue of subscriptions you actively read, plus perhaps one back issue if it contains information you're still referencing. Older magazines should be recycled or passed along to others who might enjoy them. Consider whether you're still actively reading all your magazine subscriptions. Interests and reading habits often change as we age, and it's perfectly acceptable to cancel publications that no longer capture your attention. This reduces both clutter and expense. Create a designated magazine reading area with a small basket for current issues. This system makes it easy to find what you want to read while preventing magazines from spreading throughout the house. The psychological benefits of a curated book collection are significant. Surrounding yourself with books you truly value or plan to read creates a more intentional, peaceful environment. You're not confronted with reminders of books you feel you should read but probably won't. Habit #8. The sentimental item sanctuary approach. Sentimental items often represent the most challenging category in decluttering, especially for seniors who have accumulated decades of meaningful objects. The sentimental item sanctuary approach provides a framework for honoring precious memories while maintaining a manageable living space. The concept involves creating designated sanctuaries or special spaces for your most treasured sentimental items, while being more selective about items that hold moderate emotional value. This approach acknowledges that some possessions are truly irreplaceable, while recognizing that not every item with some sentimental value needs to be preserved forever. Begin by identifying your most precious sentimental categories. These might include family photographs, heirloom jewelry, handwritten letters, or items that belonged to deceased loved ones. These treasures deserve prime real estate in your sanctuary spaces. Create beautiful, accessible displays for items you want to see and enjoy regularly. A special shelf, shadow box, or display cabinet allows you to appreciate these treasures daily rather than having them hidden away in storage. The goal is to honor these items by giving them prominence in your living space. For items with moderate sentimental value, apply more selective criteria. Ask yourself whether each item tells a unique story or simply duplicates the memory preserved by other objects. Sometimes one representative item can hold the memory just as effectively as keeping everything from a particular category. Consider creating memory books or photo albums that capture the stories behind your treasured items. This approach allows you to preserve the memories and stories while potentially reducing the number of physical objects you need to maintain. Share stories about your sentimental items with family members. Sometimes the meaning behind an object is more important than the object itself, and sharing these stories ensures the memories continue even if the physical items eventually need to be passed on. This approach transforms sentimental possessions from sources of guilt or burden into genuine sources of joy and connection to your personal history. Habit #9. The Gift and Inherited Item Assessment Protocol. Many seniors struggle with items they've inherited or received as gifts, feeling obligated to keep things that don't truly fit their current lifestyle or preferences. The Gift and Inherited Item Assessment Protocol provides a respectful framework for making decisions about these challenging possessions. Start by acknowledging that keeping every inherited or gifted item isn't necessary to honor the memory of loved ones or show appreciation for thoughtful gestures. The love and intention behind these items exists independently of the physical objects themselves. For inherited items, focus on keeping pieces that you genuinely enjoy, use, or that hold specific meaningful memories for you personally. You might discover that while your mother's complete china set doesn't fit your current lifestyle, one special serving piece brings you joy and connects you to her memory effectively. Create a simple evaluation process for gifts. Consider whether each item serves a current purpose in your life, brings you genuine pleasure, or fits your current style and needs. Gifts given with love are meant to enhance your life, not burden you with obligation. When you decide to release inherited or gifted items, consider passing them to family members who might treasure them more. Sometimes an item that doesn't resonate with you holds special meaning for a sibling, child, or grandchild. This approach keeps meaningful items in the family while ensuring they go to someone who will truly appreciate them. For items that can't be kept in the family, consider donating to organizations that align with the values of the person who gave or left you the item. This transforms the release into a positive act that honors their memory or intentions. Document the stories behind special inherited items before making decisions about keeping them. Sometimes preserving the story is more important than preserving the object, and having a written record ensures these family memories aren't lost. Release any guilt associated with not keeping everything. Holding on to items out of obligation rather than joy diminishes both your living space and the positive memories associated with the original giver. Habit #10. The Future Self-Planning Method. The final habit involves making decluttering decisions based on realistic projections of your future needs and abilities. The Future Self-Planning Method encourages thoughtful consideration of how your lifestyle, mobility, and care needs might evolve, allowing you to make proactive choices that will serve you well in coming years. This approach isn't about dwelling on limitations or decline, but rather about making wise decisions that will support your independence and comfort as you age. By addressing these considerations now, while you have energy and clarity, you can create an environment that will continue to serve you well. Consider your current trajectory regarding mobility, vision, and dexterity. Items stored in high places or requiring significant physical effort to access may become problematic in the future. Reorganize your belongings to keep frequently used items within easy reach, and consider releasing items that are already difficult to access or use. Evaluate the maintenance requirements of your possessions. Items that require regular care, cleaning, or upkeep may become burdensome if your energy or abilities change. This might influence decisions about keeping multiple sets of china, extensive collections, or items requiring special care. Think about your housing situation and whether you might need to downsize in the future. Holding on to furniture or possessions that wouldn't fit in a smaller space may not be practical. This doesn't mean you need to downsize immediately, but being realistic about future possibilities can guide current decluttering decisions. Consider the burden your possessions might place on family members eventually. While this shouldn't be the primary factor in your decisions, it's worth considering whether keeping everything you currently own might create difficulties for loved ones who may need to help with your care or estate management in the future. Focus on keeping items that will continue to bring you joy and serve practical purposes, regardless of changes in your circumstances. Comfortable clothing, meaningful photographs, essential documents, and items that support your hobbies and interests are likely to remain valuable throughout your later years. This planning approach often brings peace of mind and a sense of control over your environment and future. By making thoughtful decisions now, you're creating space and systems that will support your well-being for years to come. These 10 decluttering habits have genuinely transformed my relationship with my possessions and brought remarkable peace to my daily life. The key to success lies not in perfection, but in consistency and self-compassion. Start with the habit that resonates most strongly with you and gradually incorporate others as they become natural parts of your routine. Remember that decluttering is not about deprivation or living with less than you need. It's about creating space for what truly matters, reducing stress and maintenance burdens, and designing an environment that supports your well-being and independence. Every small step counts, and progress is more important than perfection. Some days you might manage a full 15-minute reset. Other days, you might simply clear one small surface. Both efforts contribute to your overall goal of creating a more peaceful, manageable living environment. The benefits extend far beyond having a tidier home. These habits can improve your daily routines, reduce stress, increase safety, and create more space for activities and relationships that bring you joy. They can also provide a sense of accomplishment and control that contributes to overall mental and emotional well-being. As you implement these habits, be patient with yourself and celebrate small victories. Decluttering is a skill that improves with practice, and the habits that seem challenging initially will become second nature with time and repetition. If you found value in today's video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical tips on creating a peaceful, organized life after 60. Share in the comments which habit you're most excited to try, or tell us about your own decluttering successes and challenges. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Here's to creating more peace and joy in our living spaces, one small habit at a time.